Hi, I'm Jules Strawberry, and I'm here to tell you about how astronauts go to the restroom in microgravity, or in space. Now first, why can't they use a regular toilet? Well, water stays in a toilet due to the effects of gravity. In microgravity, there is less gravity. There's still gravity, but there's less gravity, and so the water tends to go where it wants to go and form spheres, or little balls of water. There are some awesome videos of astronauts playing with the balls of water and going and just slurping that water up. So you can imagine that if the water is not going to stay in the toilet, you've got to have a different way to urinate in space. So engineers came up with a vacuum device. Would you want to go potty in that? There are actually different attachments, and it's not exactly like the vacuum that I use to clean the house or that you use to clean the house, so don't try this at home. To go number 2, astronauts actually have something akin to a bucket with a bag on it. They use the restroom, and then they use a wet wipe, and they put a new bag in for the next astronaut. The bags of poop are actually stored in the corner until it's time to get rid of the trash. Water is at a premium on the ISS because it's very expensive to move water, which is relatively heavy, from Earth to microgravity. Therefore, we want to recycle it. The space toilet actually takes the urine, adds chemicals to it to inhibit microbial growth. Now those are some really big words. By that I mean they add chemicals so that it doesn't rot or mold. You know how if you leave food out overnight, it gets rotten or sometimes gets that fuzz on it? That's because of bacteria or mold that is either in the air and settles on the food or was already in the food in the first place. So we don't want moldy or rotten urine to clog up the system, so we add a little bit of chemical to prevent that from happening. And then the treated fluids go into a device called the water processing assembly that takes that urine, treated fluids actually, and distills it and spits out clean water. So the water processing assembly, the WPA, actually cleans the urine. The astronauts like to say, today's coffee is tomorrow's coffee. I'm happy to say that I work at Collins Aerospace. Collins has a prototype of a new space toilet on the International Space Station. It has an acronym. NASA is actually an acronym, the National Aeronautics Space Administration. And so they use a lot of acronyms. And the space toilet that Collins creates is called the Universal Waste Management System, the UWMS. Collins also creates the WPA for the ISS, the Water Processing Assembly. A lot of acronyms there. So Collins creates machines that keeps astronauts alive in space and helps them to survive. Today's episode was created for Gaz. He's one of my friends down in Australia. G'day, mate, and hello to all my friends down under. Gaz asked me how astronauts use the restroom in space. He also requested less makeup, so I am sporting more of the natural look today. Please comment and let me know if you prefer the natural look or if you like my regular makeup. And if you learned something from today's episode, love to hear from you. If you have a question, let me know. It may be featured in my next vlog. Actually, next week's vlog is an answer to some fan mail that I received from a 7-year-old. I'm super excited. Y'all, this picture is cute. If you don't follow me on LinkedIn, please do connect with me and you can see that fan mail, and I look forward to answering that next week. And meanwhile, happy innovating.